Okay, cool. According to this, it's recording. All right, guys, what's going on? I know it's been some crazy times that we're in right now, and hopefully everyone's safe at home. But we do need to continue doing some stuff for school. I'm not gonna give you a crazy amount of things. I know some people have been struggling to get Photoshop, and hopefully you all have managed to either get the free version or found a way to download the free version that Photoshop is providing or Adobe is providing for you guys during this time between now and May. If you're still having trouble downloading, you can message me. I've been trying to help some of you guys. Some of the problems you guys are having are beyond my reach. I can't really do much to help you guys some of those situations, but I'll try my best. Um, so for this first assignment, what you guys are gonna be doing is a collage. Nothing too crazy, but I do want it to be kind of big, so I originally wanted to print one of these, and maybe I'll print one of you guys or a lot of you all by the time we get back. So let's go ahead and start by creating a new document. The new document, instead of pixels right here, we're going to switch over to inches. Some of you haven't used Photoshop in a while, so hopefully you guys kind of remember some of this stuff. And for those of you that have never used Photoshop before, don't worry, this is going to be kind of easy, and I'll just let you guys have your creative freedom afterwards. So under width, we'll just go with let's say 24 inches, and in height we'll do 16. So 16 by 24. It is going to be landscape. Resolution, we can head over to 300 and then leave everything else as you see here and just press create. Then we end up with something like that. All right, so the first thing you want to do here is set a kind of mood, a background or something. I would probably not suggest using images for your background, as we will have a lot of pictures that we're going to be adding to the top of this. So probably just kind of create something, play around with it. So if I remember, the colors for that place we were at had like oranges and some beiges. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab my paint bucket tool right here, and then just kind of come over to my color picker and just go into the orangey colors. Look for some like brownish brown, kind of this brown looking color right there, and just click on this and give it that brown look that's going on there. You don't have to choose this color again. This is just gonna be like me kind of messing around with it a little bit and giving you guys options, and so that way you guys can kind of see my process, and then you all can determine how you all want to do yours, right? So they also had, I'm gonna go ahead and select my rectangle tool and switch over to an orangey feel like that, and just make like a bar down here. And then with my move tool, I get to move it around wherever I need to. I put it somewhere there. I'll right click on this one, go to my blending options up here, and again, this is just a refresher to a lot of you. To others, it might be the first time you're doing it. So essentially in here you have a lot of different options. The best way I can tell you of what they do is to play around with them. If you don't like anything, just press cancel, try it again. But I'm going for something specific, which is a stroke, which is technically an outline. And I want my outline to be on the outside, and I want to make this outline just a little bit bigger, and I want to change the color over to white. Yeah, so that looks kind of cool. Go ahead and press OK, and then press OK. Then I'll grab the letter T right here. This is the letter T. Type of illusions. I'm going to select all of this because it's currently set to orange, and I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go ahead and select white. Museum of Illusions, press OK and bring it in here. Now, if you notice, it's a little bit small, and so I might want to make it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and press Control T on your keyboard. For those of you using a Mac at home, it's going to be Command T. And then I'm just going to stretch this out a little bit from the corners. Museum of Illusions. Notice I'm not making this touch the edges. We shouldn't ever have anything touch the edges. And then for Museum of Illusions, I'll just put over here, and then I'll put Harmony Science Academy. Let's just put digital arts pathway. Digital arts pathway. And then I'll go ahead and put that right here, or maybe somewhere over here. Let's see. Maybe I can add field trip. There you go. Something like that. You could put the years too, maybe 20. I don't know. I mean, play around with it. You want to make something that looks cool. It doesn't necessarily have to be exactly what I'm doing, but you know, 2020, right? Spread that out. Make this bigger. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that works. Okay, so here's the hard part, the part that is the actual tutorial. Most of this is stuff that you guys already know, so I'm hoping that it won't be too much issue to do what I just did for most of you. But for everyone else, this is going to be the hard part. So I gave you guys these files. I'm going to have the link provided for you guys through email so that you guys can grab them from my Google Drive. It might ask you for permission, so I'm gonna be getting emails as you guys are starting to work on it. But it's gonna have all of the 9th grade and 11th grade images, and then all of the 10th and 12th grade images. Now, what it's not going to have, it's not gonna have the videos, because that was way too much stuff to upload into Google Drive. So I just gave you guys the pictures. Now I have JPEGs and RAW. I did not provide for you guys the RAW images. I just gave you guys the JPEGs, except for Sony. My Sony cameras were only shooting in RAW. So to explain RAWs, you won't be able to get a preview of that picture. You kind of have to like double click that picture and then see what it is. So there you go. That is Rafaela, and you can adjust like your exposure if you want to make it brighter, contrast, things like that. Drop the highlights a little bit, stuff, until you get an image the way you kind of like it and want it. And then you can press open image. Now most of these images are going to open in their own window, as you see here. So you will have to then drag the image, don't let go, bring it in here, don't let go, and then let go once it's in here. Once it's in here, you can press Control T, and then you can resize the picture to your liking, right? And just kind of put it wherever. So we're going to be making a collage. So there's multiple ways of doing that. You can make it very organized, right? And then just kind of, I'll go ahead and go over to you all's images and then just choose from here. You can be very organized and just drag the image in here, and oh, that one's blurry, but I'll use it anyways just to show you guys what I'm talking about. So that's supposed to go like that. So again, you can be very organized and just put pictures like this, right? And start putting them in like little tiny spots. Or you can be unorganized and just kind of start doing things like this. So you drag it in here, you bring this down, do this, and maybe just start putting images like that. And you start adjusting them. Then after you have a couple of images, so let's just go through a couple of them in here and see what we can come up with. I put that like that. Yeah, that's cool. Let's go over and grab some of these seniors as well. So photos, camera, JPEGs, and see what we have in here. We have that image. Just press OK. We have a lot of close-ups, crazies. See Aaron in here, put that in there. We have, these are not even the seniors. Where are all the seniors at? Let's go through another camera, see what else we have in here. All right, we've got some seniors in here. That's cool. More seniors over here. Look at them trying to be all cool and stuff. All right, so from here I added a couple of pictures, and I'm just gonna resize them by pressing Control T. Go ahead and select the next one. Control T. Select this next one. Control T. And again, this is all just, and I'm gonna show you guys something in case if y'all want to do this. Now, Granted, you don't have to do this, but it is going to be a small little feature in case you do want to add it. So this thing that I'm about to show you guys is going to be to add, just kind of move these around and locate them in like different spots and different things with them. So again, we're just trying to make a collage. You guys can decide to do this however you want, right? But just kind of play around with the ideas. So what I wanted to show you guys is if you right click on an image, blending options, right? You can go to strokes, right? And you see this white stroke that it just added. You can add that stroke to the inside instead, and then just make it as big or as small as you kind of want. And then add a drop shadow. That'll make the picture look like it's kind of floating, and it gives it more of this like picture-like feel. And you can press OK. And then you can come here and right click and put copy layer styles. And then you can select all your images by holding shift. Right click on them and put paste layer styles. That gives them all, oh, there was one more. Paste layer style. There you go. That gives them all this like kind of photo-like feel to them and stuff, and you can start putting them wherever you want and organizing them however you want to, and start creating some kind of collage with them. And then you just, I mean, obviously the Memories of Illusions, I'm sorry, Museum of Illusions 2020 digital arts pathway, you don't have to put it here. I mean, there's so many ways you can go about doing that. So let me just erase this just to give you guys examples. So we do have Museum of Illusions. Rotate this, make this bigger, and put it like here maybe. Again, this is all just completely up to you all. Museum of Illusions, digital arts pathway, rotate that as well. Or you know what, maybe we can put this little guy like here somewhere or something, right? And then we just add more pictures to it. I don't know, you all play around with it and have fun with it, see what you can do. Again, you don't have to use these colors. These are just the colors that I thought would be appropriate, because I believe that's how the museum looked like. Not too sure, but yeah, just something that you all can maybe try to play around with, see what comes up, see what you all can do with it. And once you finish, again, this is just completely up to you. You can add as many pictures as you want or as little pictures as you want. What I really want you guys to try is to try to make it look very pretty, you know. It doesn't have to be like, oh, like there's so many pictures, this and that. Like, they're all memories, you know, so they're all stuff that is like good for all of us to remember and see. So you can just grab random pictures and then just kind of play around with it, bring it, make it small, and put it wherever, you know. If you want to reorganize them, just organize them through here. You can drop them and hide some behind others, and then just grab whatever y'all can find. Let's go back to my 9th and 10th graders photos. Go to my Sony. The Sony has a lot of good images, but again, they're raw images, so you kind of have to go through them. That's Rafaela again, so let's cancel that. Let's open from here. All right, this looks kind of cool. So again, you have all this that you can mess around with. Now this is obviously messing it up, so I'll leave it like that. But shadows, you can move that. Move the blacks. Drop the contrast a little bit. Drop the highlights. Exposure. Clarity. Vibrance. Oh, there we go. We have a pretty cool image. When you do things like that, these images will be having to be dragged over. And then you can resize them in here. And then you can right click, paste the layer styles. Paste the layer styles. And you can continue doing the cool stuff you're doing with your image. Again, so that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. Just a collage of all the images that I provided for you guys. Please have fun with it. You're at home just kind of chilling, so hopefully you guys do something creative. If you have any questions while working with it, just hit me up and I could probably go live on YouTube. And if I can gather enough of you, we can answer all the questions you guys are having and do kind of like an online video conference. Uh, so y'all can kind of see me in live or whatever, and you guys can go ahead and edit your stuff. Anyways, hope you have fun with this. And again, sorry for us having to do anything like this from home during this situation, but it's just the way it is, guys. Hope y'all are safe. Stay home. Don't go out. See you guys when we get back to school. Thanks. Peace out.